The riders are locked into the gate for the first 250 heat races.
Aha. Oh shit. Tried to be off. Oh shit. God damn it. Still in this one. That's good. There's a big pass right there. Oh shit. Not sure who that is watching, but feel free to give me a chat, say hello, wherever you are. Oh! Black pass. How am I in behind board? It's just in third. I swear I was just in third place. Come on. Come on. quiet. Okay. Is the game a lot louder, or do I just need to speak louder? Ow.
Checkered flag. That's the end of the first 250 heat race. Here's a look at the results. Of course, the top 9 going straight to the main. The rest will have one more opportunity in the last chance qualifier.
The game is louder, okay. I don't care. As soon as it gets into the menu here, I'll see if I can change it. Smokey! Hey, buddy. How was your day, Mr. Woodsmoke? Oh my god. Take forever. A couple days ago, this game came out on like a Tuesday, and it loaded and everything just fine. And now, like, over the past couple days, like, the loading speeds and everything have just dropped dramatically. I was watching Darth Loco stream, I was watching his stream back, and, it was just taking forever to load and everything, and I was like, yeah, that's the same thing that I've been dealing with, so, come on. Yeah, that's fine, whatever, I'll pick right there. Options, let's see here, audio, vehicle volume, voice effects, let's try to turn everything down to 50, take that down, first music sucks, master volume, okay, let's see if that's better, I don't really need all that shit anyway. Bike setup. Unstable. Not too bad. To go for an X-ray in the chest. I got home. What's wrong with your chest, dude? You alright? Hope you're okay. It's always a menacing statement when somebody has to go and have something done at the hospital. It's never a good thing. People don't go to the hospital for good reasons. So, steers. Actually, it understeers. Drop that down one, down one, down one. See if that works. Because this is the main event. So, no, I don't want to exit the game on. That would be silly.
The gate is about to drop. Who will get the whole shot?
Alright, Smokey, well, let us know. Keep us posted and stuff. We don't ever like to hear that our friends are not doing well, so we'll keep you in our thoughts over the next few days, and just let us know how you're doing, buddy, alright? Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Oh shit, turn. It's definitely turning a lot better. Oh fuck. Yes. Fucking Dylan Ferrandis is not that good. He's always up front. Jane, can you hear me better now? Or is it something else I need to change? Oh my god, that guy was on. Fuck off. Come on. I just need to break away from these guys, is really what I gotta do. Once I do that, I'll be alright. I gotta take the inside kicker. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, fucking save that, my goodness. Fuck off, Dylan. Wait, that's Zach Osborne. Okay. Same smell. Get the fuck away from me. So I was watching Darth Vocal play this earlier, watching the stream back rather, and it was really funny because you can tell that he had zero concept of it, just like who the writers are, the physics of things, all about it. But I mean, fucking big ups for giving it a go though, because you know it's not as easy as some people make it out to look like it would be. So lots of things come into this: the timing, body weight, shifting. You know, you can lean your rider all around, and braking and gear setups and all kinds of things. Start timings. Everything is down to timing basically. So it was really funny watching him play because he had no idea who Ryan Dungey was. And it's Dungey, by the way, Darth. Arguably one of the absolute best racers ever. And he recently retired, I believe, last season, right after he won his like 3rd championship or something like that in a row. Oh, come on, fucking Dylan Ferrandis, you had that coming, you son of a bitch. But yeah, so it was really interesting watching somebody that doesn't have much of a concept of the racing or everything that goes into it. Much in the same way that, like, I would say Project Cars is for me. Like, I don't understand car setups. I don't understand all the different cambering and, you know, all that shit. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's fucking witchcraft. So I can imagine watching him play and being in his seat that he wouldn't have a whole lot of clue about it. But I am, however, elated that he got it, and I've been talking to a couple other guys about it and stuff, if they want to, haha, eat shit. And I think it's fun, and I think it's a great opportunity to kind of open the, I guess, dialogue and stuff, and kind of introduce some people to a new type of gaming for them that they might not be used to. You know, most everything is all about cars and stuff, so when you can get like a MotoGP, MXGP, Supercross game like this one or whatever, it kind of broadens the gaming community a little bit more. And this game is very well done. Very well done. The graphics are crazy. The physics are crazy. If you're not familiar with racing games, there is a game out called MXGP, and it's basically based on the European portion of motocross, which is the outdoor style racing that they do. A lot of the same physics. It's done by Unreal Engine, which is also, like, I think that's part of the Epic Games things. They use that on Fortnite, the Unreal Engine and stuff. There's quite a few games that use it, so really smooth gameplay. What place did I get? Fuck, I wasn't even paying attention. I was just hauling ass around the track. Race upload completed. Oh, I got second. Nice.
While the riders catch up with their team members, let's take a look at the final results.
So this is race number 4 of 9. I've actually had a couple races prior to this, so that's probably why I'm getting second place and stuff as it is now, but hopefully we'll Thanks, Jane. 22 points on that race.
Those three were phenomenal. They definitely were the stars of the night and earned a spot on the podium.
Yeah, I don't care. I am leading in points. I am 4 points up on fucking Zach Osborne. All those people below me are legit real people. You can watch them every weekend. Because the season is actually in mid-swing right now. So, usually on Saturday nights or whatever, when you guys are trying to like figure out where the fuck I am and why I'm not playing Fortnite with you. Need for Speed, and that was back when I had a PS2. It's come a long way, Jane. To say the least. Alright, new sponsors, that's what's up. Only MotoGP. Okay, yeah, they have MotoGP games as well. So, you know, and it's a lot of the same concept. You know, you gotta go through qualifying, and you have to get a certain kind of lap time. You have to go through heat races, which determines your gate pick. And depending on where you place in there will depending on what gate pick you have. And then once you do the gate pick, you go through your heat race. Only like the top, I think I want to say it's like top 5 or 9 advance to the main event. If you don't get within the top number that's selected, then you have to go to the last chance qualifier. If you fail to do that, and I think only the top 3 go through there. If you fail to do that, then you don't make the main event, and you can't race, and you don't get points. Most number of points at the end of the season determines the championship. So obviously you want the most amount of points, which means you have to do well in your races. If I could race again Valentino Rossi against Valentino Rossi, I would pee my pants. He's actually, I like him a lot, but I can't say that I'm much of a fan of his. I am more of a fan of anything on the KTM Honda spectrum. I'm a big fan of those. Custom rider. They give you, like, down here on the bottom left, they give you like tweets and stuff that people are talking about you, and it's just kind of silly. You know, I want to say some of these are real people. Like Ralph Shaheen's a real person. He's the one that commentates not only the actual Supercross, but the game as well. So I don't know who Jeanette Cole is. Daniel Roberts, I think, is an actual person. Twin Air is the brand. Actually, if you can look at the side of my bike, I'm actually sponsored by them right now. Mark Marquez is my dude. That guy is just insane. The way he leans into corners is absolutely epic. He leans shoulder first, sometimes head first. It's absolutely nuts that you're a few inches off the pavement at 180 mile an hour. It's just absolutely fucking nuts. Do I want to change my sponsors? Alpine Stars, GoPro. I'm digging the GoPro, but I'm not digging the color. It sort of takes away from... Yeah, I'll go with Oakley. We'll see if that... Let's see how we're doing. Hopefully this isn't another long loading time. I was hoping Darth Wilco would come on and watch a little bit. I don't know what he's up to. He's probably in a Fortnite match somewhere. You talking about Marquez?
The Circle City, Indianapolis, Indiana, one of the world's great racing cities, is ready to host Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship inside Lucas Oil Stadium.
It says 20 minutes to do it, but I'm gonna see. I haven't tried to actually skip this part, so alright, let me go. The whole idea here is to just put in your absolute fastest lap, so oh shit. So you lean back through those. They're called whoops. And that's short from back in the day when they were called whoop-de-doos. So you want to lean back going through the jumps, through the whoops and stuff, and then you want to try and seat bounce off those kind of jumps so you can kind of get your timing right. Fuck, which I did not do just then. So you want to lean back a little bit, bounce it, see if you can clear it. Cannot. If that was real life and you fucking faced a jump like that, you would be absolutely wrecked. That wasn't too bad. That's all right. So now you want to get a drive off of those kind of things because you don't want to. You want to always land on the back side of the jumps, like. That was the top of the jump, not the face. You want to land on the back side of the jump so you have a smoother landing. But it's much, much harder than it is. Lean back over the whoops, brakes, gas, bounce. There you go. Nice. And I get hit by some fucking douche nozzle's bike. But you can't, it's not like an average racing game, in which I think most games are turning to now, where you can't just be on the gas all the time and just barrel into corners and stuff. Like, there's a technique to it. She's doing okay. I walked in after class today and she was upstairs in our bedroom laying in bed. And, kind of quiet, just kind of feeling blah, and she's only on fluids at the moment, so she had a little bit of a oh, come on, you son of a bitch. Come on. For fuck's sakes. Well, that fucked that lap up, didn't it? But, yeah, so she's just a stomach bug. I'm pretty sure about it, and she should be over here soon. Just the belly button. Oh, God. That actually worked out fairly nice. See, I don't have the acceleration that I need. And you can see me, like, constantly fidgeting with the weight of the rider, and that makes a huge, huge difference. You always want to try and keep yourself stable. Again, landing short. I don't fucking get it. Tabletop off, land flat, gas it. This dude needs to fuck off. See, now he, like, if you watch this guy in front of me, oh god, you'll see him, how he's doing it. He's just straight through the whoops, nice even line, and then watch when he takes off. he actually clears just like this. Oh well, he wrecked. So much for that example. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, come on. Zach Osborne again. He is currently 4 points behind me, and I think it's 25 points a race, I think is what you get, placing first. So if he's only 4 points behind me, then you know he's my top contender at the moment. So I gotta just try and beat him out is all I gotta do. Minute 6 is the... what do I get on that one? So if you look up at the top right, you'll see the best time and then my current lap time. So I want to try and beat 1 minute 6 seconds to get around this whole course. Not as easy as, oh fuck, as you might think. I don't remember what the reset button is on the, when you fucking wipe out like that. But you know, when you're racing for time and you see minute 6 and you're watching your own clock and it's like, and then you pack a jump like that, it's just like, motherfucker. But that's what makes this game good, is that it's not just gas brake, gas brake, gas brake, and you pass everybody. Like, you actually have to work to get somewhere. So it's very well done. It's a good, refreshing game compared to what's been put out in recent years. I mean, any motocross game, MXGP, all that stuff, like, I usually have a go at. So the only ones that I'm not really a fan of is, and you'll find them in like the PlayStation Store and stuff like that, or on the shelves, is like the MX versus ATV games, and they're just completely unrealistic, and you know, people are doing like complete 360 barrel rolls on a bike, and it's just silly, you know, it's just silliness. I mean, I guess there's a genre out there for everybody, but me, if I'm going to put my time into it, I'm going to put my time into something that actually exists, one, and two, actually, like, behaves the way it should. So, just my opinion, though. Oh, you're in the hospital right now. Well, I don't know if they can, hopefully maybe they can hear me, but please, please, please take care of my boy. We need him back in our community here pretty soon, so I know you guys do great work, and I know you guys are doing great things, so please, if you would be so kind, get him back to us very soon. Oh, come on. I have followed Supercross since I was a very small child. It's been around for absolutely ever. More so in stadiums is where the trend has gone. So, like Darth Wilco was watching earlier, or I was watching him earlier, and his first race of the game actually was in Anaheim, California, where the Angels play in baseball, and he had no idea what the Big A was or anything, and it's just the Big A is on the top of the scoreboard in the stadium where it's the Angels logo, and so I just kind of got a good chuckle out of that, because he was like, I don't know what that means, I don't know what the Big A is, and all this other stuff, and it was just kind of comical. But yeah, so Smokey, tell your doctors I said hello. God bless it. Yeah, dude, do your thing, have fun. I hope you're enjoying watching it at least a little bit. I'm about to exit out of this crap because I'm not qualifying very well, so. Let's see if we can get into the heat race and actually get a good finish and get a good gate pick, because this is just ridiculous. Maybe, I don't know if I gotta like change something or change a bike setting, maybe. This is just a flippin' struggle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, like, that is the most annoying shit in the world. And even I have to, you know, there's always a learning curve every new game. I mean, this was literally just released Tuesday, so I've had a few goes on it, a couple races in, but I'm still learning how to hit the jumps, how to set up my bike and everything like that. And you never know really how the track is going to ride until you actually are out on it. So there's an option here to return to the pit and change some settings and stuff on your bike, but I mean, hell, if I went back and changed things, I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing. So just takes some getting used to, and takes some some learning and stuff. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys saw that the plates on the sides of my bike are red, and that means I'm the only person that has that plate and that color, and that signifies that I am the current series points leader as I step off of my bike. Hey, Jairus, what's up? Jairus, I need you to send some good vibes to Mr. Woodsmoke for us. He's getting some x-rays done and things. Surgery coming up. So, all the way from Chile. Show him some love, buddy. Come on, baby. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Shit. I'm still fucking 12th. Like, that's horrible. God damn it. I just can't put a clean lap in. So let's go return to the pit. Bike setup. Alright. Increase the dampening, makes the bike more responsive. Let's try it. Ooh, that's too much. Let's see here. Nice. Thanks, brother. Jairus, you gonna get this game? Preload. Let's try those settings. If any of you guys, if I have storage room, it's not easy, brother. It's not an easy game. I'm telling you now. It's kind of like Project Cars. It's got its own learning curve to it. I don't know if you saw Darth's video earlier. I was talking about it, but if you don't have a basic understanding of oh shit, of the physics of bikes and how they operate and how they work and everything, and weight distribution and stuff like that, then you're gonna be in for a pretty hard time at first. But oh, that was beautiful. That was not. Come on, bitch, get in there. It is fun. It is a good time, though. I mean, like I said, I don't know if you were watching earlier or if you're just now commenting or what, but it really was. It really is a good sort of refreshing take to you know, the bike racing in general, I guess. And you see, I missed that first jump, so that messed up my rhythm for the rest of it after. So let's see if we can get another go. Oh. This guy needs to fuck off. See, like I'm not getting the drive I need to out of those corners, and I don't know. I think I'm just losing my momentum when it comes into the turn. Like, haha, eat shit. Nice little seat bounce. Landed a little short. Sometimes these guys in real life will legitimately land a little bit short to slow their bikes down. They call it a wheel tap, and what they do is they will make a big jump like this, and they'll hook that back tire on the lip of the final jump. And what it does is it just kind of like forces your bike to slow down. It stops your momentum before you come into like a 180-degree hairpin like this one, and then they kind of rocket out of the corner like that. So onto the tabletop, landing into flat where the start gates are. Still not doing that great as far as like lap times go. Try to put one more clean lap in. I'm at 3 seconds, so I'm just starting my next lap. Good drive, and I fucked it. Oh my god, so fucking frustrating. But that guy fucked it too, so fucking. The problem is that once you mess up, like, it's so hard to get going again. No, not too much longer actually. Unless you guys want me to keep going. I just wanted to get a few races in and see if I can further my points lead a little bit, but this is fucking painful. Quit session, yes. Let's see what this does.
This 250 qualifying.
Yeah. Okay, don't care. Let's see if we can run a heat race and see if we can get into a good gate pick. I noticed that on project cars also, that like couldn't get around the track to save my fucking life, but once I once I got into an actual race, I fucking won it. So it's like, what does that mean? Like, do you call me good? I don't know, dude. I got the disc. So I don't know what the download speeds are and shit. Like, or not download speeds, but sizes are. I'm probably gonna finish this race, I'd say. The heat race and then the main event. And then maybe get into some Fortnite. I won't be streaming the Fortnite though. I think I'm just gonna play with the fam. Let's see what happens. Ava and the missus are upstairs in bed hanging out, and so you wouldn't think that a 4-year-old would take up half of a queen size bed, but she does. So I'm just gonna be down here hanging out, doing my thing. You know what, man? 15 gigs remaining.
Here comes
The thing about it is I went in and I got rid of all those clips, and because it's 15 minutes of a clip at a time, you know, and that's fucking nuts. That's a lot that's a lot of memory that thing takes up. So yeah, I mean, I went in when I downloaded Project Cars, and that's like 30 gigs right there. And when I did, it freed up so much room, and I got rid of a couple of the weird little games that I had. That good start. That was a good start. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get fucking wrecked. Oh my fuck. So yeah, man, I would go through and just kind of fucking clean out all that old shit. Games you don't play anymore, you know, that, because I think it's all stored in the PlayStation community anyway. So like, if you bought, say for example, like Battlefield Hardline or something from way back in the day, and you don't play it anymore, but it's still sitting on your console, you can get rid of it, and then later on, you can re-download it, and you don't have to pay for it. So right now I'm in second place, and like I was saying earlier, it just doesn't make any sense because I couldn't get a clean lap in to save my life. I was qualifying in like 12th place or some crazy shit like that. And right now I'm in a heat race deciding my gate pick for the main event, and I'm trying to take first from this dude. So I'm faster through the whoops. He's taking the inside line. I took the outside, maintained momentum, and I fucked it like I have been. God damn it. But see, now I got the back of the pack coming, so gotta get on the gas, quick. Yeah, I couldn't believe how much memory it freed up. Like, I only had like 40 gigs left or some shit like that, and Project Cars took up like almost all of it. So I went through and just anything that I had already shared on my YouTube, or, you know, clipped or whatever it was and edited down, I just got rid of it all. And, you know, like, I kept a couple of them because I weren't sure what they were, but almost everything else got fucking canned, and it freed up almost half of my memory, which is a lot. Yeah, first place. And I'm on the go, so let's see if we can maintain it. Baby, come on. Yeah, saved it that time. Just maintaining your momentum is all this game's about. Trying to get your timing right, trying to get your weight right, your bike pointed in the right direction, and you gotta mix all that stuff together to get a clean lap. And also, no, not an excuse, but I'm also on a 250 and not a 450, so obviously the 450s are the premier class, and, you know, the big bikes. So you want to understand that, god damn it, that these tracks are designed for 450s. You know, the length of the jumps, you know, the 80, 100 feet between takeoff and landing. These little 250s, you know, they're fast, don't get me wrong, they're fast, but they don't have the torque and the horsepower to really rock it out of corners and get over these big jumps, these big landings and stuff. So, see, like that just totally screws me up. Come on, baby, get back on the track. Yes. So, it doesn't quite make it. If I was on a 450, I'm sure I would have a much easier time getting around this track, but as it sits, it's really not that much. Not that easy. What's the difference between the torque and the horsepower? So, horsepower is speed, and torque is power. So, torque is, and the best way to put it is how strong your bike is from shifting your weight into movement. If you have a lot of torque, then your bike won't struggle to build up to the speed. The horsepower equals speed, torque equals movement. So You want a lot of torque so you can get your speed up. If you don't have good torque, but you have a lot of horsepower, that means that was just a heat win, by the way, Jairus. I still have to do the main event, but I get first gate pick, so nice. Yeah, what was I saying? So the torque. If you don't have any torque and you have a lot of horsepower, it takes you forever to get up to speed. So you want a good balance, and depending on the type of track, you know, if you have a lot of tracks with nice big open corners, then what you want to do is you want to have your horsepower. You want the balance on the heavier side of the horsepower, so that way you can maintain your speed around those nice big open corners. Whereas if you have a lot of track with a lot of tight, like 90 degrees, 180 degree hairpins, then you want to change your balance to more towards the torque side so you can get a better takeoff. So, yeah, I'm only going to be, what up, back home? Oh, nice, you're back home already. Nice, good job. You're not too far from the hospital then, are you?
Indianapolis is a city well known for its passion for speed. It is also home to Lucas Oil Stadium, a truly world-class venue. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Welcome to the Hoosier State, and what should be a fantastic round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship.
That's always been in the back of my mind, Jairus.
And the style that makes him a fan favorite.
Fan favorite right there, you saw it. Red number plate and everything. Love it. So, because I won the heat race, I get first pick of the gates. If I had gotten fifth place in that heat race, I would get fifth gate pick, if that makes sense. So you always want to get first place because you get the best line. You get to choose the best lines. So this is what you want to do. You want to figure out, now that you know what the track looks like, you want to figure out what line is going to be straight towards that turn. This one will probably shoot you a little bit to the outside. Looks like this one might be the best because you can curve off to the right just a tad, and that might box out the other 3-4 next to me and force the other guys wide. So let me try that one. So if you look to the right, again, all those people are legit real people that race every Saturday on the pro level. You see myself as number 8. That's because I picked the 8th gate from the inside corner. So
the riders are lined up.
We're all lined up and ready to go.
Who will get the whole shot?
Clutch in, lean forward, drop. Not the best start ever, but that plan worked. Come on. Adam Cianciarulo's up front. If you guys ever start watching, god damn it. If you guys ever start watching Supercross, which I don't know if you will, but after every race they have a post-race press conference and stuff, and if you ever see Adam Cianciarulo up there, he is absolutely hilarious, like very, very snarky, very smart ass. He's always got some kind of joke going on. He is so funny to watch in his interviews and stuff. They usually take the top 3 riders or whatever, and they have a post-race press conference and ask all those stupid questions like, I saw you put a block pass on, what's his nuts, and how do you feel about that? And, was that some kind of retaliation from last weekend's race in Oakland where where he slammed into you or whatever and stuff? And then Adam Cianciarulo will come out and be like, yeah, he's pretty lucky I didn't just, kick his ass in the pits or whatever, and lots of good laughs and stuff. So he's really funny. So this is the main event. It's a timed event. And you race for as fast as you can for the time allotted, and then depending on what time is left on the clock when you cross the finish line, you might go 1 or 2 more laps after. If the clock expires before you cross the finish line, then it's 1 lap. If there's still, if there's still time on the clock when you cross the finish line, then it'll add an extra lap. So you gotta, oh, come on. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do this. You wanna pace yourself, and obviously in real life, you wanna try and pace yourself a little bit off of what time is it? Cheesy Blunt 20. This game is a lot harder than MXGP. You are very correct. It is. They have completely tweaked the physics, camera angles, everything. It's not. Fuck me. It's not just point and shoot, like it used to be. Once you got the hang of MXGP, you can kind of point and shoot and just kind of like haul ass around the track. But this game is most certainly different. The tough blocks, as you can see, are absolutely fucking mental. I wish they would nerf the whole tough block thing a little bit. It's a lot easier while you turn in. I don't know if I have that turned on or not. To be honest, I don't remember what I set my things at. I know I set it like the difficulty to medium and stuff like that, and the AI I think is also in medium. But that's only because, like I've played like the MotoGPs, the MXGPs, and all that stuff. So I mean, it's quite similar. But you sound like you already have this game, or have played it at least. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Come on, bitch, get around that corner. God bless. Jane, I think I missed your comment earlier about what that was, what you were saying. If any of you guys are familiar with Travis Pastrana, he is the godfather of freestyle motocross and a national champ as well for racing. He is, I think, one of the youngest X Games gold medalists. I mean, the dude has a closet full of gold medals. I've actually met him, hung out with him at a Supercross race when he was still racing and stuff. That was way before Nitro Circus. That was way before. It was after X Games and stuff. But oh, wood smoke, you gross creeper. But yeah. So anyway, really cool dude, really nice guy. He actually signed and gave me his motocross boot right after a race. I don't recall if he won that race or not, but I actually have a race-worn, signed, personally signed motocross boot direct from his foot to me. And I absolutely cherish that thing forever. If you guys go on eBay and type in his name, you will see tons and tons of stuff that he's autographed that people want. So yeah, very, very cool. I actually met his entire family that night as well, just by chance. You know, I don't know, Jane, if you have any kind of like childhood heroes or whatever that you might have had. But in the event that you actually get to meet your childhood hero, you kind of don't want to let that go without something significant, whether it be an autograph or a picture or whatever the case is. And so I had pit passes at the race, and again, really cool dude, same age as me basically right now, I think. And he ended up he was hanging out in the pits and he was doing an autograph session, and you know, I waited in line like normal, and when I got up there, I got an autograph. He signed my shirt and stuff, and I said, hey man, I said, I know you probably hear this a lot, and you know, but it needs to be said. I said, you know, you are by far my hero, my childhood hero, and I've watched you since you first started and everything. And I said, you know, I hate to be that guy, but this is just being here with you is amazing. So, is there by chance anything personal that you might have? A glove, you know, goggles, a number plate, anything, you know, that you could probably, that you might be able to like sign and just to me 12th place. Horrible. Hang on. So I wonder. Yeah, he's pissed. Oh, that puts me in second place now. We're tied for first, actually. But he got a better result, so he's going to be in first place now. Shit. So, anyway, asked the guy, I was like, listen, I said, you know, is there anything personal that you have that you might be so kind as to, like, sign for me, and, you know, something that I can just kind of keep? And he was like, no, he's like, you know, all my stuff gets immediately removed. I sign all of it, they seal it in a bag, and it immediately goes to auction for charity. And I was like, oh, well, you know, all right, no problem. And so he was like, what? And then this is the part that surprised me. He says to me, he's like, you know, he says, go over and ask my mechanic if he's got like a fender or a number plate or something that that you can have. So I go over and I talk to his mechanics, and I'm like, hey guys, I said, is there anything that, you know, Travis wants me to grab something that, you know, that he can sign and give away? And they were like, no, we don't have anything extra that we can let go of. Yeah, exactly. Pastrana is just everything cool. Yeah, exactly. So so he says, no, we don't have anything, you know. And I said, all right, no problem. And so I went back, and I'm behind the ropes, walking around Travis Pastrana's pit, talking to these people that are all on his team, and it was very surreal at the moment, and it didn't really sink in that I was talking to all these people that are such a huge part of his success. And so I go back to Travis, and I'm like, no, they said they don't have anything. He's like, oh, shit. So he signs a few more autographs and stuff, and I'm still just kind of standing next to him like a weird fucking like creepy stalker kind of guy. And so he comes around, and he's like, all right. He's like, I'll tell you what. He says, my mom has my helmet and stuff, and he's like, ask her if she has my goggles. And so I went up to her, and she was walking towards me, and there was like 3 or 4 people walking with her, and I knew just from being his fan what his mom looked like, and you know, his dad and stuff, and who everybody was. Oh, that's kind of nice. And so I went up to her, and I said, Mrs. Pastrana, I said, Travis sent me over here to ask you if you have his gloves or his goggles or anything, and you know, that you could give out. And she's like, no, I don't have anything. And it just so happened that his grandmother and a couple of his cousins were there. I didn't get to meet his dad, but I did meet most of his family that night as well. And this is all within a span of about I'd say 45 minutes from beginning to end. And I went back to him and I said, no, I said, your mom said no and all this stuff. I was like, you know what, man? I was like, it's all right. You know, just being able to chat with you for a few minutes it was more than enough. I was like, I'll never forget it, and I really wish you the best of luck. And he kind of stopped for a second. He signed a couple more autographs because he had to keep signing autographs for everybody. And he's like, what's your name again, man? And so I told him, and he's sitting in his chair, and I'll never forget it. He reaches down and starts unclicking his boot, and I'm like, it didn't really occur to me what was going on. Took his boot off. He's still wearing all his race gear. He'd just come off the track, and he takes his boot off, and he signs the inside leather portion of it, where the part that is up against the bike. And he's like, he signs it and hands it to me, and I absolutely lost my shit. I was like, whoa. And the whole like autograph line went fucking nuts, you know, and they were like, oh, I want the other one, I want the other one, I want the other one. And you know, I was like, oh my God. I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I couldn't be more grateful. And his mom his mom was standing there next to him, and she was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't do that, and blah 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 blah. And it was funny because, you know, we were still kids, and you know, his mom's chewing him out for giving away his boots, but dude is sponsored by Alpine Stars. Like, they give him free boots fucking like candy. So he was, I could, as I was walking away with his boot in my hand, I could hear him arguing with his mom, like, I gotta get new ones anyway, mom, blah, you know. And this was back in like 2001 or something like that. It was very, very cool, very, very surreal experience. And like I said, I've talked to him a couple other times, and I always use that memory as a jog for him to go, I don't know if you remember, but you know, back in this date in St. Louis, you know, I hung out with you in the pits for about an hour, and you ended up giving me your boot to sign and stuff. And then I ask him whatever questions or whatever things I have to say and stuff, and he you know, he always says, yeah, I remember. Honestly, I don't know, and they are not cheap at all. You're looking at like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a set of boots. But yeah, so I've talked to him a few times since then. I've actually visited his home in Maryland when I was stationed in DC. Seen him here and there a couple times at races and things, and just very all around, very, very nice, very, very cool, positive dude. But I always have to use that story to jog his memory, because he meets so many people every week, and always signing autographs and always doing really cool things like that. So you know, you kind of have to jog his memory a little bit, because that dude has had his bell rung so many times. I mean, he's, as much as he's won, he's crashed, and I mean, he's been absolutely messed up. Actually, parting thought for this little moment, if you guys go on YouTube sometime, type in Travis Pastrana, or, you know, it should autofill once you start typing in Travis P. And look for the film called 199 Lives. And you want to talk about a very, very cool, very well done film about him. It is so well done, actually. I can't get over it. I mean, most of that stuff, being a fan, I've kind of knew anyways, but it was cool just to see the documentary of his life and how he was just a childhood phenom when it came to racing, when it came to being a pioneer in freestyle, everything. I mean, it was very, very cool. It tells the story of how he got to where he was, and or where he is, and very, very cool dude. So yeah, so Jarrah said something about Jim Morris being his childhood hero. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had the chance to get something from him. I mean, aside from the whole tattoo story and stuff, but you know, like any signed artwork or signed album or even a signed guitar or anything, you know, that he has that kind of nobody else does. You know what I mean? Like, you could put that bitch on eBay tomorrow and it would get God knows how much money, but to you it's kind of fucking priceless, you know? Like, you never want to let that go. And that's the same thing with that boot. You know, Travis Pastrana's boot, to me, is priceless. Like, that'll never ever be put on eBay. It would be interesting, though, just to have it appraised and just to see if and what it's worth. I'm sure it's worth something, but who knows what it would be. I am currently in 9th place. Oh, wow. Almost ate the shit on that one. But yeah, so very, very cool. Very cool story, cool experience from my childhood. And I don't know if you guys have anything like that, but I would love to hear about it at some point in time. And I think that's kind of fun. It's fun to hear different experiences and different viewpoints and stuff on, like, to me, I mean, like, Jim Morrison wasn't really, I don't know how to put it. Like, I mean, his genre of music and everything I absolutely loved, but I didn't really quite understand what all the hype was about for him, like, and I still kind of don't. I mean, I know who he is. My other half absolutely loves him as well. She's a huge Doors fan. You know, I like their music. I like, you know, their stuff, but I couldn't ever quite grip why there was such an attraction towards Jim Morrison and what was about him. But that's also me being maybe uneducated, I guess. I mean, I'm sure I could research and stuff, and it's not for lack of experience with it or with him and what he's done and stuff, but just never could quite put my finger on where the attraction was. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe Jairus can help me out there. It's probably more than he's willing to type, though, I'm sure. Pastrami. 280 pounds, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what's that in dollars? That's probably 500, if I think, because it's almost, it's about 500 bucks, Shane. I mean, you basically, if it's in pounds, you want to double it and sprinkle a little on the top. Fucking autocorrect. I have a signed jersey from Ryan Dungey, who at the beginning of the stream I was telling you guys about. He's a 3-time Supercross champ, consecutively 3 times, I think, and that's just in the 450 class. I have the amount of memorabilia and stuff that I have in my collection is very, very cool. I'll put, if I can, I think my my boot is actually over at my, it might be here, I don't know if I have it in my, I don't know if it's in my garage or if it's in my mother-in-law's garage in a sealed container, storage container, but I'll throw a pic of it up on Discord and you guys can see it. It's kind of neat. I once got Johnny Van Zant's autograph on a bar napkin. Very cool, very cool. The Van Zant family is very well known in the music community, so very cool, Jairus. That's kind of neat. That's got to be a fun story to hear too, as well. And the Applebee's napkin. Do you still have it? Whoa. 8th place. 8th place qualifying. Oh, fucking hell. Come on. Why did that just reset me like that? Like, the chat's going a little faster now. I'm watching the chat, not watching the game. Squeezy, did you see Smokey Jenkins' video on Discord? Was that the one with the impact grenade where you guys launched that poor motherfucker off the fucking cliff? Oh, come on. For fuck's sakes. Alright. Oh, no, I don't want that. Ooh, that's kind of an awful sound. I gotta read that one. What is a Captain Scarlet doll? Jane. Ah, motherfucker. I didn't mean to back all the way out. The Thunderbirds? That's an old, isn't that like an old, like, action hero show? I know that it's an English show, I know that. I know it's an English show. I've heard, the guys on Top Gear talk about it, and Clarkson and May and Hammond, I know I heard them all talk about it before, the Thunderbirds and stuff, like A-Team and things. I think our A-Team is the same likeness as your guys' Thunderbirds. I think that's like your guys' own spin-off, or A-Team is a spin-off of that. Woodsmoke, are you in the States or are you in Europe?
An FIM World Championship. Tonight, we are in Detroit, Michigan, and the racers are ready to...
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, quit session. Yes. I'm gonna skip qualifying, and I'm gonna go straight to the heat. What was that? Are you asking me what the question was that I asked you? The question was, are you in the States or are you in Europe? I always forget. Well, I got five people watching. That's interesting. I know Jane's here, Jairus is here, Woodsmoke is here. What was that other guy's name? I haven't seen his name before. Cheesy Blunt 420. I don't know if he's still here. A couple people watching. It's good stuff. So, this is probably going to be my last race, and then I'm going to jump into probably. I'll quit streaming and I'll probably jump into Fortnite for a little bit. The other live stream is probably going to start here soon, so probably easier to explain in party chat. But Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, and Stingray. Well, back in the 50s. Because that was back in the 50s when you were still a kid. Alright guys, heat race, here we go. I'm in the chippy. What does that mean? Alright, here we go, heat race. Go! Starting way outside because I skipped qualifying. Oh shit! I wasn't expecting that. Oh, okay. Now let's try and make our way through the pack, which is not happening very well. Oh shit! Alright. Horrible. Oh, chip shop. Gotcha. So that must be English. I have a question for you English folk. How common around where you live or close to you is Harry Ramsden's? I went to a Harry Ramsden's here in the States. They happen to have one. We have a theme park here called Busch Gardens. And where I used to live, we had one close to us called Busch Gardens Europe. And in the English part of the theme park, you know, they got the red phone booths and all that stuff. But they had a Harry Ramsden's chip shop there, fish and chips, and of course I had to have it because I was married to a Leeds girl at the time. And I haven't been to it since, and it's always just been one of those kind of places that stuck with me. Takeaway shop, yeah. So, you know, I've always kind of held that near and dear to my heart, as something that isn't normally experienced unless you're in the country of origin. So, just curious. There's only ever... Oh, there was only ever one. Really? Come on, baby, get on that gas, get on that gas, get on that gas. Hang on, I'm gonna catch up with your guys' comments in just a second. I gotta try and unfuck myself here. As soon as I get this qualification over with, we'll go into the main event. I will knock out that race, and I will be ending the stream. And I will be catching all of you late motherfuckers in some party chat. Hopefully. If anybody's building squads, please let me know. I would like to join one. I figured while little Ava's resting upstairs, I might as well get my gaming time. And it's a 3-day weekend, so there's going to be a whole lot of gaming going on. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of bushes and gardens here. Are you familiar with Anheuser-Busch? Wood smoke. Make beer. Or SeaWorld, I think, is another one. SeaWorld is run by Anheuser-Busch. Very cool kind of one-off venture that these guys, that the beer company does, is they make these theme parks and stuff, and they do like Salute to the Heroes, which is like a military thing, and they give you like either free tickets to their or free access to their parks, or they give you like huge discounts and all kinds of things. I always took advantage of that. True. Oh shit, Jairus, I was reading your fucking comment. You fucked me up. Come on. Fucking hell. I'm tied right now for fucking points lead too, so. Oh my god, come on. Oh, that put me back to 4th. Son of a bitch. Jairus, that was all your fault. Well, I mean, if there's only ever been the one, then it's no wonder why the ex-wife was so excited when she saw it, because I specifically remember she's, oh my god, they got a Harry Ramsden's, we gotta go, and I'm like, okay, you know, like I didn't know the difference. So. Alright, that is complete.
Checkered flag.
Heat
That's the end of
results
the first
are good. I
250
get
heat
4th gate
race.
pick. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So when you say there was only one, okay, so there was only ever the original one. There's only ever one, and it's originally near Leeds. Okay, which makes sense why she used to go there as a child with my grandma. Oh, okay. Like, I didn't know if it was like a chain of the restaurants or what it was, but I didn't know. Sorry for making you slam the hay bale. They're tough blocks, Jairus. They're tough blocks. Last time I went to Busch Gardens, it rained. Yeah. There's quite a few. Okay, yeah, I got you. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that was the last time I went to a Busch Gardens as well. It's in Virginia, just about an hour south of
The high-flying stars of Monster Energy
what's the name of it?
Supercross and FIM
What's
World
the capital of
Championship
Virginia, for
have
fuck's
raced
sakes?
hard here at Ford Field.
Starts with an
There is
R.
just
I
one
don't
race
know.
left to go.
But anywho, I wasn't that impressed with it, to be fair. I mean, they have like every section of the park is a different country, and they have like their you know, they have like all their souvenir places and stuff. And I will say this, the coolest part about it is that when you would visit the different country, like say you walk across the sidewalk and you walk from, say, I don't know, random country, we'll say Chile. If you walk from Chile and you walk across the street into England, the Roanoke, maybe, the people that work there are from that country, which is kind of neat, really. I mean, when you think about it. But I think Disney does the same shit. So, kind of cool. You know, like, it's kind of nice to... And they have it on their name tags. It tells you what country, what town and country they're from. Oh, fuck. So, it was kind of neat. But the shitty part was that you go into, like, the souvenir shop, and they have a lot of, like, candies and things that are specific to the country. But, like, they don't have any, I don't know, like, merchandise, I guess, is what I would put. Like, it all just says Busch Gardens. Like, it's all the same merchandise. Like, the only cool, unique part about it is the food. And that kind of pissed me off. I mean, you know, there weren't any, like, toy specifics, or there weren't any, like, clothing specifics and stuff, or anything like that. It was just, like, Busch Gardens Europe on a shot glass, or on a, you know, a fucking snow globe, or whatever the fuck it was. And there was actually nothing specific to the country that you're in the souvenir shop, aside from, like, I guess, candy bars and things like that. But that kind of pissed me off. That kind of ruined the whole experience, you know? Like, you go to get unique things and to see what they're all about and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden it's like, you walk into the Chile souvenir store, and you walk into the England one, or the Germany one, or the whatever, and it's got all the exact same souvenirs in each one. It's like, that's fucking dumb. That is dumb, dumb, dumb. So, that was my one chief complaint. But the upshot is, they serve you beer all over that fucking park, and I got trashed. It's great. Didn't do any roller coasters or anything like that, but I got fucking trashed. Fuck off. What am I, an 8th? 8th in the main event. That's not a good... Oh, take that, dick face. I don't know how I held that together. Couldn't do that twice if I fucking wanted to. Oh, fucking hell. Come on. You know, one thing about this game that I wish they did have is rider bio. Like, so if I wanted to click on Ryan Dungey or Ken Roxon or whatever, it would give you a bio up to this point. You know, like from his start to his accomplishments to recent. Would be very neat, very cool. I think that would educate a lot of people. Like I said, Darth Wilco had no idea who Ryan Dungey was, and he's basically a fucking god at the sport, so... You know, I think it would be nice to... They might actually have something, I don't know, I haven't really looked around on it, to be honest, but... Oh, come on, come on, come on, I'm going the wrong way, fuck! Oh my god. Why? Why? Yeah, I go to Disney Orlando a lot. I want to say every year, but that'd be a lie. But I go often because we go down to Tampa Bay every year for a couple weeks. We got a house out there, so Orlando's not too far from Tampa, really, in the grand scheme of things. Oops, cut that corner. Anybody know what place I'm in? Oh! Gonna end up in last place if I keep fucking around. Probably not too far off it. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. I wasn't even paying attention. I just got... Oh, 11th. Oh, my God. And Zach Osborne got first. Disney's the same too. Shot glasses, snow globes, and beer mugs. Need the Ferris wheel. Oh, Ferris wheel. I was like, what's a Ferris wheel? Stumbling drunk. I was trashed. Oh, what's that put me down? What's that put me to? Second points. Oh my god, look at... So I was we were tied for points coming into this race. One bad finish. And I moved down to second place. And... Oh god. That sucks. That's a lot of points I just lost. And I lost my red plate. Fuck. You know, before I go, let's have a look around real quick. I'll back out and just kind of poke around a little bit and see what this game is. Must try harder. Quit distracting me. um, so if I go to single player, single event, new. So we'll go 450s. Select rider. So that's Ken Roxon. And they really like mapped, I think they 3D mapped or whatever their they 3D mapped their faces and things. And like some people legitimately look like that, really looks like Ken Roxon. But like if you go to Ryan Dungey, that looks nothing like Ryan Dungey. that really legitimately looks like Marvin Musquin. Look at his eyes. His eyes follow you. That's creepy. It's like a painting. Weird. But yeah, that legitimately looks like Marvin Musquin. I'm gonna Google Ryan Dungey. Okay, do it. You won't be disappointed. But look at the bikes. Like, look at how detailed the bikes are. Fork braces, triple clamps, all the decals. Like, everything is legit. Very, very cool. Jason Anderson. This guy right here, that looks absolutely nothing like Jason Anderson, but he right now is the current points leader. Yeah, I mean, I really do think that this guy's like retired. I don't know why they even put him in there. Cole Seeley. I think it's great. I really do. I mean, you don't ever want anything too easy, obviously, you know, but being such a huge super fan of this sport anyway, this guy's Australian. Quinny loves this guy specifically because he's Australian. This dude is the oldest rider in the group of all of these people. He's trying to get the current record for most main events raced. Not one or whatever, but just to start in the main event. He's at like 200 something now. Ellie is his wife. On his butt patch there, if you can see it. But yeah, this dude is top 15 rider at best. He's just old, and he's just out there to be out there now. Like, he's not even competitive as far as like the championship goes. He's really, really good, and he does a really good job, but he always tires out and falls back to the back of the pack and gets lapped and stuff. Like, he tries really hard, but fucking bless him, you know. But I'm to the stage now where if Quinny is listening, or if Quinny sees this, which I doubt he will, but just let it go, man. Time to hang up the boots. Cooper Webb, kid's an asshole. Justin Barsha. That looks, oh yeah, okay. That looks a little bit like Justin Barsha, but not. Age always gets you in the end. True that. True that. Malcolm Stewart. If any of you guys know who James Stewart is, James Stewart is known in this sport as the fastest rider on the planet. Again, a legend in the sport. This is his younger brother. The only two African Americans to race Supercross in the U.S., motocross Supercross, and be pro. Obviously, his brother James kind of set the tone and paved the way for Malcolm to come in. Malcolm's decent, very reckless. He wrecks a lot. He actually didn't have a ride contract signed this year. He happened to fill in for a team, and now they've kind of kept him on. So he got really lucky there. But if you look, his pants and stuff say 7, and he's got a number 7 on his arm. 7 is his brother's number, and his brother's riding gear company now. So that's a little bit about James Stewart that you probably didn't know. They're based out of Florida also. Adrian Roman, Brock Tickle, Dean Wilson. He's Scottish. Does not look anything like Dean Wilson, but he's a Scotsman. Justin Brayton, Vince Freezy's a fucking asshole. Everybody hates him. Michael Lessie is older than dirt. He's right behind Chad Reed. Weston Pike is a fucking monster. Look at the difference. Look at the change. When it changes from this guy, from Michael Lessie, he's very old. He's really old too. But when it changes from Michael Lessie to Weston Pike, like, look at the difference. Just a huge dude. Huge, huge dude. He's actually sponsored by Toyota right now. Dude's a fucking monster. Van Martin. No idea who that guy is. Never even seen that guy before. He must be like the creator or something. Like, if I created a video game, that's totally what I would do. Make my own writer and slip it in with all the pros. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching some races and stuff. I really appreciate it. I will hopefully be seeing you very soon in Fortnite. I will take it easy, lemon squeezy. See you guys.